Hey guys, welcome back to Melanie's Yoga Couch. Today we're going to do a morning sequence, starting with some movement and then ending with a bit of meditation. So find yourself a nice, comfortable position in child's pose. Bring the knees to the edges of the mat, the forehead to the mat, and the hands out in front, palms facing down. Rest your forehead lightly on the mat. And just start to take a couple of deep breaths. Just starting to wake up the body from the inside out, really gently and with awareness. Allow the body to sink with each exhale and lift with each inhale. One more breath. And then lift your head. We're going to walk the fingertips all the way over to the right as far as you can. Leave both sit bones sinking towards your heels and then let the forehead come back to the mat. Reach your left sit bone back. And then lift your head. We're going to walk the fingertips in the other direction towards the left. Let your head sink towards the mat. Reach your right sit bone back. Feel the nice stretch in between your ribs and send your breath into the right side body, using the breath to deepen the stretch. Find your way back to the middle. Lift the head. We're going to bring the right arm underneath the left shoulder, resting the right shoulder and side of the face on the mat, pressing the left hand lightly into the ground. If your head doesn't come comfortably to the ground, then set a blanket underneath the head. You might bring your left arm behind the back to the right thigh just to deepen the twist a bit and open up the left shoulder. And then extend your left arm back out. Press the left hand lightly into the mat, lift the head, and change sides. Left arm comes under the right shoulder, left side of the face to the mat. The breath remains deep. And then possibly bring your right hand behind the back to the left thigh and use this leverage to open up the shoulder. One more breath. And then reach the right arm out in front of you. Press lightly into the mat, lift up, and lift yourself into all fours. The hands are underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Inhale, lift the chest and the tailbone. Exhale, reach the chin towards the chest. Inhale, lift, reaching the chest forward and up for cat-cow. Exhale, round. One more. And round. Find a neutral position. We're going to exhale the hips back towards the heels, making really big circles, coming over to the right, left, back, and down. 2 more times. And one last time over to your right, maybe moving your head along, kind of adding some cat-cow, And then once you're back towards the heels, move in the other direction. Finding nice stretches wherever you can, maybe staying a bit in one spot. One more time. And then find a neutral position in all fours. Bring the feet a bit wider than the knees. We're going to come into downward facing dog, but with wide legs. So lift up the hips, really press your hands into the ground. Keep the knees bent and just focus on finding a really long spine. And then you might walk out your dog a little bit, straightening the legs and bending the knees a little bit deeper. Just being really gentle in the morning with the body. And then find a neutral position. We're going to walk the hands backwards towards the feet. Coming into a forward fold, bend the knees as much as you need to. Let the head get really heavy. Maybe grab the elbows and just find a nice ragdoll here. One more breath. And then allow your hands to gently sink towards the mat. Bend the knees deeply and slowly come up to standing. We're letting the spine round and the head get really heavy. Once you've made it all the way up to standing, pull the shoulders up towards the ears, back and down. Open up your chest, finding Tadasana with the hands at the sides, palms facing forward. Open up the chest, lift, pressing the feet into the ground, reaching the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Bring your hands together in front of the chest. We'll move through some half sun salutations. Inhale, draw the arms up overhead, looking up towards the thumbs. And then exhale, bow forward, maybe bending the knees a little bit. Inhale, lift the head, finding a half lift. Feel free to bring your hands to your shins, maybe bending the knees a little bit. And then come forward, back in the forward fold, Uttanasana. Press the feet into the mat. Lead with your heart. Come into a reverse swan dive, back up to standing. Reach the hands together and come right back down, folding forward, finding length as we move down. Inhale, lift the head, reach the shoulder blades together. Look down towards the mat, reach the crown of the head forward and the sit bones back. Come back forward in your forward fold, Uttanasana. Come all the way up to standing, lead with the heart, bend your knees as much as you need to for a straight back. And come right back down for our last half sun salutation. Enjoy the stretch. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Notice that your hamstrings and calves might be a little tight in the morning. That's totally normal. Reach your arms up. And bring your hands down in front of the chest. Take a breath here, lifting the heart towards the thumbs, reaching the shoulders down and back. Now reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Your right hand comes to the right thigh. We're just going to come into a side stretch. So reach up and over towards the right. Find length in your arm. You don't really need to come that deep to find this stretch to create space between the ribs. And then come back up. We'll switch sides. Left hand to the left thigh. Right arm reaches up and over to the left. Try to reach the tailbone down, stomach engaged. And then come back up to the middle. We're going to bring the hands behind the back. You can feel free to keep your hands on the lower back, fingers facing down, or you can bring your hands to the upper thighs. We're going to come into a back bend, so activate your stomach. Tilt your pelvis back as much as you can. Activate the legs, strong, stable base. Lift the heart and come into a nice back bend. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, forward fold. You might have your hands still on your lower thighs and bring the hands all the way down to the back of the ankles. Let the head get heavy. Release the hands to the mat. Walk your fingertips out. We're going to come into plank pose. Hands underneath the shoulders. Hips are in line with the shoulders, so we're like a long, flat board. Exhale your knees, chest, and chin to the ground. Inhale into cobra. Lift, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat, reaching the shoulders down and back. Move back, over the knees, into downward facing dog. You might still have your knees slightly bent here. Just be mindful with the legs. Now we're going to step the right foot forward. Let the left knee come to the mat. Reach the legs together, lift up, reach the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Bring the hands back down to the mat. Lift your left knee, right foot steps back. We're in plank. We'll move through a flow, knees, chest, chin to the mat. Lift into cobra. And press back into downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. Right knee to the mat. Draw the arms up overhead. Hands come back to the mat. Lift your back knee. Step back into plank, knees, chest, chin. Cobra, lift up as much as you'd like. Exhale, come back down. Move back into dog. We'll do that one more time each side. Step your right foot forward. Left knee to the mat. Arms lift up, reach up. Hands come back to the ground. Lift your left knee, step the right foot back in plank. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Maybe tenting out your fingertips to the side and lifting. Come back down. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward, right knee to the mat. Inhale, reach up, lift. And exhale the hands down to the mat. Lift your right knee, step back into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale. Back into dog. Stay here for a breath. Reach your chest towards your thighs. Press your hands into the mat and try to rotate your elbows towards the feet. Bring your knees to the mat. Come into all fours. Now I want you to stretch out your right leg towards the back of the mat, keeping the toes on the ground. Press your hands into the mat and reach the right heel back. Find a nice stretch in the back of the leg. And then lift your right leg parallel to the mat. Make sure you're really stable here. Lift up your left arm, reaching the left arm forward, thumb facing the ceiling or pointing towards the ceiling. Lift out of your right shoulder and exhale the left elbow to the right knee. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Bend your right knee, grab your right foot with the left hand. Kick back and up and lift. Release your right foot. Bring the left hand and right knee to the ground. Maybe you swing your hips a bit, making some small circles with the pelvis. And then we'll go for the other side. Stretch your left leg out, pressing the hands into the mat, finding a stretch in the back of the leg, and then lift your left leg. Right arm forward, thumb pointing towards the ceiling. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Bend your left knee, right hand to the left foot. Kick back and up and lift. Release the foot, right hand forward, left foot back. Slowly bring the hand and the knee to the mat. Make some circles with your pelvis. And then sit your hips back on the heels. Bring the tops of the hands to the thighs and just take a breath here. Move the hips to one side. Cross the feet, just like an easy sitting pose in Sukhasana. Hands come to the knees. Inhale, lift, and exhale, fold forward. Maybe bringing your elbows to the mat. Maybe just keeping your hands on the mat, pressing the hands lightly into the ground. One more breath. And then lift on up. Change the legs. We're going to cross left in front of right. Sit up long and tall. And exhale, fold forward. Press the hands lightly into the ground, reaching the sit bones into the mat. And go ahead and lift yourself up, walking the fingers back. Fingertips to the mat, reach the arms up over the head. We're coming into a twist towards the right. Bring your left hand to the right knee, right fingertips to the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, twist from your belly button towards the right. Maybe looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, back to the middle, reach the arms up. And over to the other side, right hand to the left knee, left fingertips behind the back. Reach the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist from your belly button. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right fingertips to the mat, left arm reaches up and over towards the right. Your sit bones are still pressing nicely into the mat. And then we'll reach up, go to the other side, reaching up with the right hand up and over towards the left, coming down as deeply as it feels good in your own body. And then reach your arms back up, hands together in front of the chest. Bring your hands to your knees. We're just going to do some half circles with the chin. So let the chin fall towards your breastbone, towards your chest. Then move the right ear over to the right shoulder. Chin comes down, left ear towards the left shoulder. Chin comes down, Over to the right. One more time, over to the other side. And then lift the head. So now we're in a really nice place to start a meditation. If you need to sit on something, go ahead and grab a blanket. Set it underneath your sit bones. I would recommend that. I'm going to have to shove my cat off of this. Sally, come here, Sally. Yes. So it's great to take a blanket, fold it, put it underneath your sit bones. Then find a nice position for your legs. That might just be an easy sitting pose. Bring your hands to the knees or the thighs and start to gently close the eyes. You can also bring your thumb and pointer finger to touch in Jnana Mudra. And just start taking some natural, deep breaths. You might breathe a couple times really deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just sighing and releasing. And then gently close your lips and start breathing through the nose. Now we'll just start to scan through the body, starting from the top of the head, the crown of the head, moving slowly downwards, just observing, noticing. No need to do anything here. Maybe you notice some places where you have some tension. Maybe you notice places on the body that are really comfortable, really relaxed. Just keep scanning through the body, moving through the legs, and all the way through to the toes. We'll do that one more time, starting at the very top of the head, moving slowly through the body. Just noticing, observing. And then once you're through scanning the body, bring the awareness to the place right underneath your nose, above the upper lip. Here we're just going to observe the breath, taking a moment to notice the temperature, maybe any sounds or fluttering feelings in the nose. Just get really curious about the breath. The stomach is soft. The chest is soft, just allowing the breath to flow in and out. We're going to start to count the breath. With each inhale, for example, it'll be 1, and exhale 1. Inhale 2, exhale 2. Inhale 3, and exhale 3. And we'll continue on until you reach 20. And once you reach 20, you can just start over from 1. But if you notice that your mind starts to wander, you don't remember where you are, then just come back to 1 and start from there, without judgment. Okay, we'll start. Inhale 1, exhale 1. Inhale 2, exhale 2, and so on. If your mind has started to wander, gently bring it back. And let go of the counting. We're just going to sit here for a couple more minutes, keeping the awareness on the breath. And if thoughts come up like they always do, then just notice them. Try to keep some distance between yourself and the thoughts. And just release them with each exhale. Without judgment. Gently bringing the mind always back to the breath. And don't worry, I'll let you know when the time is up. And then gently start to deepen the breath. Bring the hands together in front of the chest. Bow your head towards the fingers, just bowing to yourself. Thank your body and your breath for the practice today. And have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.